So here we go then, second bout here of this England versus America white collar boxing tournament. In the black t-shirt, the bigger of the two, we have David the King Benjamin, who's making a very, very fast start. His head guard is already off. He roared into Adrian the Woolnough there. And let me give you an indication of the weight differentiation here. The American Benjamin is weighing 21 stone and 4 pounds. His opponent, Adrian Woolnough, is weighing a meager 15 stone 8. So that gives you some idea of 6 stone weight advantage, or almost 6 stone weight advantage there.
And that's a lot of weight coming your way.
Absolutely. David Benjamin is has just recently got into white collar boxing. Well, he has been training for over 7 years, but here he is again, putting the pressure on Woolnough here in this opening round. But Woolnough coming back there with a big combination. Nice double jab, the triple jab there from Woolnough. Woolnough, of course, is an onboarding manager for futures and options. But Benjamin, the American, who works as a finance correspondent for the Kiplinger Washington Editors Incorporated.
And sponsored by KFC and Burger King. Unfortunately, the American's got his protector on the outside.
He has, yes, that is rather noticeable.
Unfortunately, we're getting a bit of builder's bum at the back of his shorts.
But, of course, Benjamin does remind me of one Eric Esch, a.k.a. Butterbean. And, of course, you watch Butterbean when he boxed. He had great skills, but was just so big. And watching Benjamin here, he's got a nice poise about him. He's got, big looping right hand, and he tried with the left as well there. But Woolnough just coming back with a right hand of his own. But as I was saying, Benjamin, you know, looks pretty good. He knows what he's doing in that ring, and one feels if he lost about, 8 or 9 stone, he'd be pretty handy.
He'd be a new man.
He would indeed. And he's not doing too badly here in this opening round.
No, he's working the jab well, and he's quite movable on his feet. He obviously does a little bit of road work.
Yeah. So a good start there from Benjamin. And Woolnough just really needs to try and get into the fight a little bit more, but of course he's got 2 more rounds to do that.
I don't know why they put the stool in the corner.
Yeah, you can't see David Benjamin making use of that stool somehow.
Put it to tie his shoelaces on, that's about it. Well, no, it's a good opening start. I mean, we can laugh about people's weight and everything like that. But listen, the guy's in the ring, and he's done the first round already, so, you know, it don't look like he's puffing too much.
Well, the thing is, we're here commentating. David Benjamin and Adrian Woolnough are in the ring. They're actually getting on with it. They've taken the brave step of getting into the ring and duking it out, and that's where the difference is. You know, you have to respect every man that gets into the boxing ring.
Absolutely.
But as I said, if Benjamin can shift a whole load of weight, he'd be real good fight. He's got a great poise about him, and you know. So here we go then, first side of this second round.
But then again, you had an old pro, Buster Mathis Senior. He was probably about the same size.
He was indeed, and
he fought for the world title. Absolutely.
And of course, Buster Mathis came within a whisker of going to the 1964 Olympics, and lost out in the Olympic trials to one Mr. Joe Frazier. And of course, Frazier went on to compete in the games and bring on the gold medal, and of course, go on to be world heavyweight champion. So, you know, that wasn't a bad run on Buster Mathis' record. And of course, David Benjamin, very similar in size, but seems to have a good deal of boxing skill about him as well. It says in his program notes that he has trained for 7 years, and of course he had a white collar bout against Matthew Saad Mohammed. Now, of course, any of you know your boxing, you know Matthew Saad Mohammed, one of the great champions of the sport, and
heavyweight.
But now Woolnough coming back with a combination of his own, and Benjamin just had to chip a few there in this second round. Ooh, good jab, but just fell short with the right here, the old Adrian Woolnough.
Going back to the Frazier and Mathis fight for the Olympic qualifier, I do believe that Mathis beat Frazier, but injured his hand.
That's right, broke his hand, didn't he? Well, if he beat Frazier in those Olympic trials, that says even more about the fella, doesn't it?
Yeah, unbelievable. obviously later on boxed as a pro as well.
Yeah, he did, and fought for the heavyweight championship of the world, so not bad going at all. Well, Woolnough here seems to come back into this fight a little bit. You know, he's made a good approach here in this second round. And of course, Woolnough has been in with a pretty decent fighter himself. He's been in with Carl Froch, the British super middleweight champion. Of course, Carl Froch is eagerly trying to win a clash with Joe Calzaghe, trying to force Calzaghe in the position to get in the ring with him. And Froch, of course, unbeaten. So that's not bad going from Adrian Woolnough. And also, Adrian Woolnough tonight, this is actually Adrian's first white-collar bout.
Really?
Yeah, he's been training for 7 months. He literally just came along to the gym just to get fit. He says his fighting style can be described as hopeful, but judging on that second round there, he is not doing badly at all. And of course,
he stepped up a gear.
Yep.
Obviously, if I was fighting a big guy like Benjamin, I'd be up on my toes, moving around, trying to tire him out, and then coming from later the second round and the rest of the third round, and try and make my way back through there.
Well, Woolnough does have, of course, the fitness and the youthfulness. I don't know how old they are, but Woolnough certainly looks to be the fitter man. And of course, you know, he could make great advantage of his physical attributes here. But here we go, third round. Last round of this contest here, but Benjamin bullying Woolnough into the ropes there.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to hold on to someone of that sort of size. I'd just turn him away and keep moving.
Saps a lot of energy trying to wrestle with a big fella like that. They're always going to have, oh, right hand for Woolnough! Oh, I don't believe it! Well, he connected with a right hand there. I'm sure I saw David Benjamin chip a right hand from Adrian Woolnough here. They touch gloves there, great sportsmanship. But Woolnough now looking for those jabs, tried one to the body. Goes in for another right hand.
I think Benjamin's got a problem with his mouthpiece. He keeps chewing on it for whatever reason. Maybe he might think he's dinner, I don't know. He seems to have a problem with his mouthpiece, that's for sure.
Either that or he's breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Oh, good salvage from Woolnough there. Great combination. Oh, jab right hand there from Woolnough again. Good combination. And the last 30 seconds of this contest. Woolnough trying to force the initiative. Oh, right uppercut from Benjamin there. Nice little shot there from the American. But Woolnough keeps plodding forward, throwing punches. And the bell goes down. A very, very engrossing contest indeed. Great effort from both men.
A good entertaining three-rounder.
Yep. And of course, David Benjamin, if he could just shift that weight off him, would be a very, very handy little fighter indeed.
Yeah.
And also well done to Adrian Woolnough. His first white collar bout here, put in a very, very good performance indeed. And he can go away pleased with his effort this evening.
Absolutely. He's playing now.
Still recording.
A unanimous decision